Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/PettyRevenge. In today's episode, you can't use water bottle to reserve gym machine, okay bet. I dealt with my annoying neighbors who disturb my entire neighborhood sleep. You want to fire me, for no reason? Enjoy your factory being closed. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. You can't use water bottle to reserve gym machine, okay bet. Asterisk posted on another sub and was told this might be a better fit. I have been going to this gym for about 6 months now and I always try to avoid going past 7 p.m. because the vibes are off. However, yesterday, I had no choice but to go around 8 p.m. To my surprise, the gym was almost empty, maybe because it was Friday. Anyways, I took advantage of the empty gym to do 5 sets of sled pushes. I don't like doing them when the gym is crowded because people walk through the track all the time and that annoys me. I started doing my 40-meter sled pushes, and after every round, I'd put my water bottle on top of the weights while I sat on the floor next to it to rest. The water bottle being there and me being maybe 2 to 3 feet away is enough to let other people know that the sled is currently in use. However, even if you're not sure, seeing the bottle should at least prompt you to look around and see who it belongs to. I was sitting on the floor resting before my last set when a woman walked to the sled and kicked my water bottle. I took my headphones off, and the conversation went like this. Me, hi, excuse me. That's my water bottle, I'm using the sled at the moment. As friendly as I could be. Her, you're not using it, are you? You're sitting on the floor. Me, I'm in between sets, which is why my bottle is there so people know it's in use. Her, well, you can't use a water bottle to reserve a machine that you're clearly not using. At this point, I got up and stood between her and the sled. Me, as I said, I was resting between sets. I've not finished my sets yet. But by all means, feel free to wait until I'm finished. I then started pushing the sled one way and then back. When I got to the start position again, she started walking towards the sled, thinking I was going to walk away. Oh, baby no. Here is where the MC started. I sat on the sled weights while resting because, as she said, I couldn't use my water bottle to show people it was in use, so I was just going to use my body. She got really angry and said, Her, what are you doing? Me, resting between sets. I know now I can't reserve the machine with a water bottle, so I'm just going to sit here while I rest. Her, this is unbelievable. How many sets do you have left? Me, I don't know, a few more. I put my headphones back in and started another set. She was still waiting. So I did another set. She was still there. I did another. At this point, my legs felt like jelly, and I could barely finish my sets, but she was still waiting for the sled. It had been like 15 minutes, and I forced myself to keep going out of spite. She looked so angry and was trying to talk to me, but I had my headphones in and blasting music, ignoring her. I ended up doing 12 extra sets until she walked away. I started unloading my weights from the sled when a group of 3 gym brothers asked if I was done. I said yes, and that it was all theirs. As I walked away towards the changing room, she saw me and walked towards the sled track just to find the 3 gym brothers loading it. I could see the disappointment in her face when she saw them. The best part is that if she had been a decent human being, I would have been done in a minute and she could have had the sled all to herself, because I only had 1 set left originally. I dealt with my annoying neighbors who disturb my entire neighborhood sleep. Just recently saw a post where an OP played the electric guitar to his neighbor even louder. I thought I could share a nearly similar story which was initially started by my annoying neighbors. My neighbors had a house reconstruction, but they always chose the most nightmarish time to do it, aka the middle of the night. I couldn't understand why at every 11 p.m. they would drill and hammer the hell out of their walls. This went on for weeks, and I often came to class dog-tired due to being sleep deprived. That's why all of my finals that semester were terrible. I tried to speak to them and negotiate the time when they could do their renovation without messing up their neighbors' sleep. However, they didn't comply even though I had had the police work with them. On the contrary, they drilled even louder, disturbing all surrounding neighborhoods. The worst part is that despite that I had literally begged those folks to have at least considered and had a civil conversation with me and all other neighbors, they shut us all out, refusing to compromise in the slightest. So during the summer, I decided to move all of my drum kits to the balcony, and at exactly 11 p.m. every day I would make sure to play my loudest beats on the same floor of their bedroom. It was only time when they decided to report me to the police. However, they couldn't expect that those were the same officers that I called during the construction shenanigans, and that they even secretly gave me a thumbs up and asked me not to disturb the other neighbors and only annoyed these two people. I even wore my sunglasses and headphones, so there was no way those people can interrupt me whatsoever. Now they are the ones who have to beg me to talk to them. Edit, just to clarify, the drum session happens more than a month after the construction. This was the time when the other neighbor's house went on holiday, so I kinda want to take advantage of this time. Real estate related, but our neighborhood is kinda weird where every 3 houses would share the same patch of land, and there will be a driveway road between every group of 3 house patches. So I am pretty sure I only annoy the ones next to my house, because 1, none of my neighbors ever made a complaint, unlike with the construction, and 2, my drums weren't loud as their drills for sure. I just made it loud enough to disturb their night, as they, the people who have turned my entire circadian hour to 3 a.m. now, have done with mine. Moreover, my balcony kind of faces their bedroom windows, and they had tried to speak to me directly through it many times, so I wore sunglasses and headphones to show them that I didn't want to talk to them when I was playing the drums, not for any other purposes tbh. You want to fire me, for no reason? Enjoy your factory being closed. First I have to say, I'm not from the US and English is not my first language, so please bear with me, I'll do my best. TLDR at the end. A couple years ago, I was working with a placement agency. You tell them what kind of job you can do and what salary you expect, and they find you something. They found me a great job 15 minutes from my home, 3 days off/week and $22 per hour. 19 years old me loved it. How this agency worked is that after 3 months the company you were working at are obligated by contract to hire you. It was a fence factory, so it was really loud, so loud that when you go outside, your ears start ringing. It was also kind of dangerous because the forklift drivers always had earphones on. I also never saw anyone with safety goggles on. You get the idea, there was a lot of safety issues. So for 2 months and 30 days, I went to work every day, on time, never missed a day, and even put in my name due to some overtime on Saturdays. Everything seems to be fine. I had good feedback from others employees telling me I was a fast learner and had potential. One day, OSHA, it's another name here, but let's call it OSHA for the story, came in to do a surprise visit. However, the entrance in the front is locked, so by the time the boss opens them the door, he had the time to tell us to put on our safety glasses and earplugs. I didn't even knew we had some. So OSHA make their inspection and went on their way. Everything was how they wanted it. As soon as the door closed, everyone took off their glasses. Okay, so at the end of that 30th day, my boss asked me if he can talk to me in his office before I go for the weekend. He told me that today was my last day and didn't give me a reason why, even told me that I was a good employee. The way he talked, I had the feeling that he didn't like me personally, so that was it. The agency called me couples of minutes later telling me that I will no longer work there and asked me if I knew why, because normally, they give a reason why. So now it's my time to be petty. I called OSHA and told them about how unsafe it is there and how they basically put on a show when the inspectors were there. I told the guy on the phone that if the inspector go in the employee's parking lot, there's a door that goes directly into the factory and that door is unlocked. He thanked me and that was it. 2 or 3 3 weeks later, I had to drive by the place. It was during the day, so it's supposed to be open, and when I looked, there was no car in the parking lot and the windows in the front office were boarded up. I could not believe it worked so quick. It's been roughly 7 years since, and the place looks like it's been abandoned for years. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.